Hello students, I am really very happy to meet you again in this video class. Today we see 10th chemistry unit 9 solutions, in which part 3 water of crystallization is our today topic. Let's we go to the lesson. Before that, I give you a recap of solution, how the solutions are formed. Every solution contains only two components, that may be a solute or a solvent. For example, sugar solutes when dissolved into the water solvent means you can form a sugar solution. Here the water act as a solvent and it's a medium. It also can be said to be a medium. Water medium dissolves the sugar solid substance. So every solution is made up of two components, solute and solvent, in which how can we classify the solutions? By based on their physical state and based on the solvent and based on the amount of solute and by the concentrated or diluted, whether it is concentrated or diluted. So this is the four forms to classify the solutions. We already discussed this about, in which physical state, by means of physical state we can define the types of solution, whether it is solid, liquid or gas. Which state is it's from? The solute and solvent state is whether the solid, liquid or gas, from which we can define this. And next one, based on the types of solvent, whether the solvent is water means it is aqueous solution, it is not a water means it is non-aqueous solution. So this is a recap, we already seen this. And based on the amount of solute means, by means of solute, less solute is called as unsaturated solution. If the solution contains a moderate amount of solute means saturated solution. If the solute contains a larger amount in the solution to form a super saturated solution. So whereas we seen three types of solution based on the amount of solute and based on the concentration and dilute solution. Based on the concentration we described the concentrated solution and dilute solution, and the word concentration defines the concentration means if the solution contains large number of solute particles, that is concentrated solution. If the solution contains less number of solute particles means the solute particles very less by the dilution. So by adding the water we create the dilute solution, it contains very less amount of solute particles because large amount of water is added into it. So this is the classification of solution we seen. So our today topic is water of crystallization. Water of crystallization describes as the new compounds that are absorbs the water molecules, and by absorbing water molecules it form the hydrated compounds. For example, first you consider the copper sulfate. The copper sulfate can have the property of absorbing the water molecules. If it absorbs 5 water molecules means it can form CuSO4. The copper sulfate CuSO4 dot 5H2O. So the name is copper 2 sulfate and pentahydrate. We define here the copper 2 because the oxidation number for copper is +2 and sulfate contains -2. So plus 2 is the oxidation state for copper, so it is defined as copper 2 and its name is copper 2 sulfate pentahydrate. Penta means 5 in chemistry, so pentahydrate. And next one, Epsom salt. Epsom salt is nothing but the magnesium sulfate heptahydrate. Magnesium symbol is Mg, sulfate SO4 and hepta means 7 and hydrate means H2O. So magnesium sulfate heptahydrate, its formula is MgSO4.7H2O. This is magnesium sulfate heptahydrate. So these are also having the property of absorbing water molecules. Magnesium sulfate generally can absorb 7 water molecules. And last one is gypsum. The chemical name of gypsum is calcium sulfate dihydrate. So that means calcium symbol is Ca, sulfate it means SO4 and dihydrate means dot 2, di means 2 and hydrate means H2O. So, CaSO4 dot 2H2O is the formula for calcium sulphate dihydrate. Listen students, here you note one thing, in between the 2H2O and CaSO4 we put the dot. Why we put the dot? It means the two molecules do not interact each other by the bonding attraction. There is no bonding between the molecules. They only attached with it and they can remove at any time. So, this attached molecule is represented with the dot, CaSO4 dot 2H2O is the correct form. So, these salts are being present with the water of crystallization form, because these three components are crystals and they have the water components. So, water molecules present inside these crystals, so it is called as the crystals of water. And for example, first we take the copper sulphate pentahydrate. The copper sulphate generally present in blue color, so it is a hydrated salt, that means it contains the H2O water molecules inside it. So, due to the water containing into the crystals, it presents with blue color, and when the water is evaporated, the color suddenly changes into lighter color than the blue. So, copper sulphate can evaporate the water molecules. It contains more than 5 times greater water molecules in its molecule. So, number of water molecules will be greater than 5 times. So, copper sulphate is a single molecule, it can absorb 5 water molecules and it forms copper sulphate pentahydrate. So, this is the molecular formula for copper sulphate and pentahydrate. By knowing this, you can write these white color crystals, the water molecules are removed in this. So, this is the general formation of copper sulphate pentahydrate. Here we have CuSO4 dot 5H2O, but here you have only CuSO4, remaining 5H2O are removed in this. So, this is the formation of copper sulphate dry, a dry copper sulphate. And next you can see, if we add water again to the copper sulphate, means is it possible to again it produce the blue color copper sulphate? Yes, it is possible. The white color copper sulphate crystals is a dry crystals, do not have the water molecules, but when we adding a drops of water into it, it again produces the blue color copper sulphate salt. So, it shows that the copper sulphate has the absorption capacity of water more than 5 times on its molecule. Thanks for making time to watching this video. Thank you.